Picture it, somewhere in rural Ohio, it's a discount drug mart on an overcast day. My car pulls in the driveway and I go inside. I'm here for the essentials, some snacks. 10 minutes later, I finish my shopping and I'm in line looking at the candy section when I notice a magazine stand. I browse it and then find the latest edition of Car and Stig with their Car of the Year. Ooh, this better be good. I pick it up and I read it, and it is about the dumbest choice that anyone could have ever made. Eat like a used car. The 1998 Kia Sophia is, for the 9th year in a row, the 2026 Car of the Year. It's unbelievable, and I am upset. There is no way that a used green sedan from 30 years ago can be the best car in 2026. Is this rigged? Well, today, we'll find out. In the intro, I use the fictitious, made-up newspaper organization of Car and Stig and an outlandish suggestion that a 30-year-old used Kia would be the car of the year. Now, has this happened in real life? No, but there have been some pretty egregious offenses. Starting off with one of the most egregious is the stupid JD Power Chevy thing. Chevy got it, now Kia's got it, then Nissan had it. The stupid Best Initial Quality Award. What does that even mean? Initial quality? We don't care about initial quality, it's all about reliability. If you buy a car because the car got the Best Initial Quality Award, you're a total idiot. There's even a guy that constantly berates Chevy for this stupid award.
I wanted to tell you that Chevy won a JD Power Dependability Award for its midsize car, the Chevy Malibu.
And I just want to tell you that that means absolutely nothing. I mean, it says right here that that's based on a 2015 model. So why are you showing a 2018 model? I mean, that's a little deceiving, isn't it, Porch? And plus, a JD Power Award is easier to get than HIV in a three-way with Magic Johnson and Charlie Sheen. It's pretty much just like a participation award for companies. Get a Honda Accord instead.
Here's another one. Consumer Reports, the best SUV under $15,000, according to the data, is of course the Chevrolet Equinox, not a Subaru, not a Honda, not a Toyota, but a mediocre Chevy on a sedan platform. Ridiculous. Here's another egregious one, the Kia Telluride, which again, for a Kia, it's great. Compared to a normal car, it's mediocre at best. And see, I like Kia. Kia, they run a company exactly how I would run it if you watch my videos on running companies. But the issue is, just because I like something doesn't mean I want to give them awards. I like the latest generation of the Toyota Prius. I don't think it should receive one single award because it's small, it's stupid, it looks weird, it's not that efficient. And so, it's just stupid. See here, this is another list of the best compact SUVs of 2023 for JD Power, and it's just garbage straight down the list. Chevy Equinox, Buick Envision, GMC Terrain. Aren't those basically all the exact same car? I know the GMC Terrain is, I don't know about the Envision, I'll have to read up on that. Jeep Wrangler, why? Compact SUV? Are you kidding me? I mean, yeah, for off-roading, but for the people that are actually looking to buy a brand new car, the Wrangler is way too off-roady for them. They need to have categories. That's an off-road SUV, not really a compact SUV. Nissan Rogue Third, that's criminal. Subaru Forester, Nissan Ariya, the EV Nissan Ariya ranks above the Toyota, which isn't even on the list. I mean, you see what I mean here? Like, this is pretty egregious here. You know what I'm saying? Starting off from best to worst, it's Consumer Reports. They are the least influenced by payments. They buy their own test cars from dealerships. They don't get loans or anything like that, and they're funded mostly by subscriptions, not really ads. They're one of the most influential, and for good reason. They're secure, they're clean. So why do they give out stupid awards like saying the Kia Telluride is the best car ever made? Well, because people are stupid. Consumer Reports relies a lot on consumer reports. And believe it or not, sometimes the consumers are really, really stupid. You know, a lot of them will give reports on their cars that aren't really, especially in terms of reliability, those ratings seem to be pretty accurate, but in terms of like best initial quality or getting the car new, Kias and stuff tend to get really, really, really high scores in that, which leads to car of the month or car of the year or whatever, just because of, you know, they're new, they're weird, they're different, they don't look like any other car on the market, and they have high consumer satisfaction within the first 30 days. So that's why their data tends to skew in directions that we wouldn't really assume, but they're clear. I have no doubt that they are a clear organization and that you cannot just pay for ads. Moving on. The second best is Kelley Blue Book. They allow use of their ads for free, so you can't pay to use them. You don't have to pay to use them in your advertising. So they're free, you can just use them with approval. They are more, data value focused, and they are tied to Cox Automotive, that's the dealer world. So, industry connections do exist, but they are pretty sound in terms of decision making. Next is Car and Driver. Now, here's where things get a little bit tricky. Can you directly pay for ads? No, but you can pay for substantial ads. Now, am I saying that their editors would choose to give awards to the companies who spend the most on ads? Probably not, but is it a possibility? Yes. They also do take free loaners from companies to test out. So whether a company gives them a free loaner or not may slightly sway the decision. I'm not saying that it ever would, but I'm saying there is some possibility there for potential sway. Motor Trend, they're kind of tied. They're pretty much the same. They also accept loaners, a lot of times free loaners. They do make you pay to use the advertising. If you want to use it, you have to pay them, which, that's not really, a big deal. Also, one potential thing is let's say Kia spends a bunch on licensing from them. They may want to give them an award because they want money off of that, but I highly doubt that'd be an incentive. It's pretty much the same. They accept ads, they use free loaners, but they're still pretty sound. Now for the most fishy, and that is definitely JD Power. Now, you can't straight up pay to win ads. None of these you can just say, hey, I want this ad, slap the money down on the counter, and they say, congratulations, you have best initial quality. But with JD Power, they are a little bit fishy. So they are survey-based. They don't do any real direct testing, which is a red flag, because remember, people are stupid. People don't know what they want. You have to show them. And if you do give them something they want, they will rank it way higher than it should actually be ranked, just because they like it or they think it's pretty. They also rely mainly on new cars, almost exclusively on new cars, which means the Kias and the crappy brands, get a shoe-in, because with Toyota, a lot of people buy them for the, reputation, which will not show up in 1, 2, 3 years. Manufacturers also pay big for detailed data. They also pay to license the logo to brag. Now, JD Power does kind of watch how they brag, but, car companies do go all out when they do win an award from JD Power. So the short answer is it really comes down to the people. Can you just go out and buy a car award? No, which I'm really sad about, because I was going to go into JD Power with maybe $500 and say the Count Quokka is the best car channel out there, but unfortunately you can't do that. But the big issue here, and the reason why a lot of these cars get these awards that they don't really seem like they deserve, is check your opinions, you know what I mean? I really am not a fan of Hyundai Kia. They catch fire, they're low quality, they don't last long. I've heard horror stories of them serving 9,000 transmissions within 3 years. But the issue, and them not paying for it, but the issue with that is, in reality, will most Kia Hyundais probably be fine? Yes. Their outliers are just really, really bad. So I've had to kind of sway my opinion. Like, you want to know? Another thing that makes me like Hyundai and Kia more is that they actually know how to run a car company. Unlike Honda and Toyota and Mitsubishi, who have no idea what the hell they're doing, Kia and Hyundai really stick together. They know exactly what they're doing. They rebadge the models exactly how I would do. They do well, and we can't really penalize them for that. So A, check your opinions. B, remember the people that are answering these surveys. While you're driving, look around you. Look at the actual people that are inside these cars. Busy people with busy lives, people that just appreciate a car with 4 wheels, and they like Hyundai and Kia because they look different. Those are the people that are answering these surveys. So in the end, I would say car awards given out by, which is many of these, I think it's 4, if not all 5, that are given out by surveying consumers, I would say don't trust them. Not because they're wrong, but just because people are stupid. They don't know what they want, and if they see anything that even comes close to it, they will give it a 10 out of 10, even when it's really not that good. An example of that is Apple. Now, I'm an Apple fanboy. I've bought into the ecosystem. I'm filming this on my MacBook. I have an iMac ahead of me and my phone and everything. But, I would say Apple's a 10 out of 10. But in reality, there are issues that they have. There are limitations that Apple devices have. The ecosystem is very restrictive, and I would not say any of those things just because I'm blindly being patriotic towards Apple, and that happens a lot with consumer ratings. So in the end, remember, A, check your opinions. If it's unfounded opinion, that's fine. Like my opinion on Toyota. Some of that is purely unfounded, but a lot of that's based on the reputation. So just check your opinions and remember that they are actual people answering these surveys, except for Consumer Reports and, car award services that actually do their own testing. So with that, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all real soon.